Uh-huh. Uh-huh. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Yeah. That's how we do it in the evening drive show with me, Jackie Mo. And today I have a beautiful lady in studio with me, our beautiful morning show host. Karibu sana.
Asante sana Jackie.
Leo sipige kelele, ndio unapiganga asubuhi.
Leo sipigi kelele, show ni yako.
Huku tunachezanga kidogo music, some little bit of music and there, pale hapa kule. So just get kidogo. Setting the right mood for the weekend, yeah?
Of course.
What's your plan for the weekend, by the way?
I have so many plans. It depends. I even have sections. So which section do you want?
Okay. Active weekend in a sections. You start from Friday
to Saturday. Saturday is in 2 sections. We have morning and evening. We have Sunday and Monday morning.
Sorry, but niliuliza. So tell us kidogo about farming. How is it taking you so far?
Farming is interesting. Actually, I'm finding it interesting. I know when people look at me, they say, "Is this a farmer?" But for sure, farming is interesting. Very interesting. I can see it. It's just like we say it in a farmers, attain knowledge and gain profit. You attain a lot of knowledge and you also gain profit because farming is agriculture and agriculture is always there. It never ends. Whether with COVID or not, maybe it can be affected just a little bit, but it never ends.
Which is your favorite crop so far?
Broccoli.
Because you had broccoli today.
Of course. With pasta and bacon.
Okay. Eliminate us kidogo. What is pasta?
Pasta is actually I also knew that today, so don't worry.
So that people trying to not differentiate between pasta, spaghetti, and
so actually what is there? It's just like we say toothpaste and Colgate. The spaghetti, broccoli, all those things in one, they are called pasta. But now when you specify there's spaghetti, there's macaroni, there's all that. Yeah. But in general, they are called pasta. Yeah.
So which pasta did you have today?
It was macaroni. Yeah, the C-shaped ones. Yes.
Hey, you must have enjoyed
with bacon. Don't forget that,
Sawa, tumeshika. Yes, thank you so much for tuning in today on Afarmers Evening Farm Drive. You're with me, Jackie Mo, and today I have a guy here. This lady is just something else. If you see her, she's so tiny, but the voice, my friend, even her feather is down already.
I'm getting fat, especially with this show that like the one I did today. Just give me 3 weeks, I'll be somewhere.
You'll be somewhere. You won't be passing through the door.
Exactly. You'll have to expand it.
Something like this. So today we are talking about the implication of COVID-19. The whole of this week we'll be talking about the impact that the ongoing pandemic has had on agriculture. We all understand agriculture has not stopped. People have not stopped eating. But even as other sectors have stopped, there's still challenges that farmers have been facing. You've been out to the field. What have you heard from farmers?
Okay, first of all, of course, they've been affected in one way or another. But as you've said, agriculture does not stop. It's just getting affected because right now people are really cautious. So going to buy things out there, it becomes a challenge. And as you saw in our yesterday's news, many people are venturing in kitchen gardens because they are a bit idle, of course. So people are just looking for ways to do their own things and venturing their own stuff. So farmers, kidogo, they have been really put aside. They are not really selling as they used to sell before. And of course, transporting is a problem because now you can't move from one county to another, especially Nairobi, the ones with lockdown. So they just have to sell within. And of course, it won't move as it would have moved when they were just transporting to other counties. So there are many challenges. Those are just some. Yeah.
But we'll be calling even Noah Maseli, the mid-morning show host, to tell us about the essential services because Afarmers here at Afarmers, you just join us and then you quickly get the essential
and you can just you can transport your goods. Wow, that's great. Farmers should do that. If you get it's just registering.
Yes, just register with the farmers and it's free of charge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's an offer.
So there's a lot that is coming up. We'll be talking to very innovative farmers, one who does beekeeping and another one does aquaponics.
Does farming. What?
Beekeeping.
Oh, beekeeping. Okay.
Yes, beekeeping, and
I thought it was a vocabulary like beekeeping. but it's beekeeping. Okay.
Beekeeping.
Okay.
So we'll be linking up with those two farmers, and also Noah Nasili will try to reach him so that he can give us the information about the essential services. And we're still setting the right mood for you guys.
Exactly.
So enjoy as we take a short commercial break.
And stay tuned.
Afarmers Media presents COVID-19 protection measures. Wash your hands with soap and water regularly. Avoid touching your eyes, nose or mouth. Use a face mask. Keep the social distance of at least 1.5 meters. Stay at home. Only leave when necessary. If you are experiencing any COVID-19 symptoms, call 719 or dial *719# for more information. This message is brought to you by Afarmers Media. Stay home. Let's flatten the curve. Afarmers Media presents COVID-19 protection measures. Wash your hands with soap and water regularly. Avoid touching your eyes, nose or mouth. Use a face mask. Keep the social distance of at least 1.5 meters. Stay at home. Only leave when necessary. If you are experiencing any COVID-19 symptoms, call 719 or dial *719# for more information. This message is brought to you by Afarmers Media. Stay home. Let's flatten the curve. Afarmers Media presents COVID-19 protection measures. Wash your hands with soap and water regularly. Avoid touching your eyes, nose or mouth. Use a face mask. Keep the social distance of at least 1.5 meters. Stay at home. Only leave when necessary. If you are experiencing any COVID-19 symptoms, call 719 or dial *719# for more information. This message is brought to you by Afarmers Media. Stay home. Let's flatten the curve.
Wow. That was a very nice break we've just taken.
Of course.
And as we told you, we are having our guest today, Robert Mwakio. Thank you so much for joining us and for making time to be with us in the station today. Hello, Robert. Hello.
Hello,
Hey, can you hear us now?
I can hear you so well.
Uh-huh. So tell us what are your plans for this weekend first, because yes, evening drive usually set the right mood for
the weekend.
So what are your plans for the weekend?
Staying at home.
Just staying at home all weekend.
So I have to protect myself and my loved ones.
Not even going for a walk.
Okay, to my evening jobs, but I prefer staying home, maybe watching TV with my kids. Just trying to protect myself. We have to follow what the government tells us.
On that note, you've just reminded us. Let us just sanitize. As usual, we're just sanitizing.
Okay. You have to take care because this disease is not a joke.
Jackie, I think you should stay at home as well.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? You
really don't want me to tell the viewers the story, do you?
No.
Okay, so stay at home.
That's my secret. So today, Robert, you're talking about the implication of COVID on food production. How has this pandemic implicated? Because you do aquaponics. Aquaponics is a little bit of crops and fish farming. How has this pandemic affected your day-to-day living and food production?
Okay, I will look at it in two folds, right? When we talk about production, production is there, like land, nothing with the disease. Disease doesn't affect the factors of production like land. Land still remains, my aquaponics still remains, the production still remains. Now, what happens is now the demand, the supply, the chain, the chain from the food coming from the ground up to the market. Now, as a farmer who is doing farming as an economic activity, there's a lot of disruption. Now, we look at it at two folds. Now, demand for food is actually gone down. Why do I talk about this? Now, let's look at places where, let's say, I'm an aquaponic farmer, maybe I supply fish or I supply vegetables, or I supply all those. And I realize that hotels are no longer as booming as they were. Those days, they were full, the hotels were full, bars were full. In fact, even hospitals these days, people hardly go to the hospital. So we have very few people who are admitted. So what happens with my food? It remains in the chamber, it remains in my aquaponic. And at the end of the day, I lose as a farmer. Because the demand is high. The demand is very low. But when you look at supply, the supply is there. I mean, the food is there. Like I said, now COVID hasn't taken away anything. The food is still there. The production continues as usual. But now, as a farmer looks at it in terms of where do I take this surplus food, and this has an overall effect. Probably even the pricing. That's why there's a time we saw eggs. The prices of eggs were a little bit too low. I mean, everywhere you go, people were selling eggs. Yeah, 10 shillings. Some of them are going to as low as 9 shillings because.
Which area is that?
I wouldn't.
You want to shift there?
I have so many farmers who are selling at 9 shillings, but in bulk actually. If you want to buy bulk, I can give you a number of. Yeah, I mean, look at that situation. And then another thing we look at is we closed borders. Not really like close, yeah. In East Africa, the borders are still on. That's open, but remember we have that. We have the queues where the people are distributing, or the drivers having problems in lining up. So with queuing up, I think you saw in social media there are some people who are selling. I don't know what they are selling, but they are even growing in the lorry. You see. Now imagine we want to have onions in Kenya, in Nairobi. There are long lines at the border. So that creates something called an artificial shortage. With an artificial shortage, what happens with the overall price. So unfortunately, we won't see the effect like right immediately, but the effect will be seen progressively. I mean, probably sometimes in September we'll start asking ourselves, why is the price? In fact, even as we speak, the price of onion is quite high. So these are the issues like disruptive transport. Like transportation is actually a factor of production when you look at the food production chain. So when we have something affected in that chain, like transportation, it affects the overall distribution of food, and we end up having an artificial shortage. Yeah? But at the other end, food is available. But if you look at other factors that we might be suffering in Kenya, probably we'll be feeling it at the end of the year. We'll be having the effects of things like locust, flood. We'll be feeling it at the end during the year, at the end of the year, there when we'll be expecting to see prices of food soaring high, because I mean, I didn't talk about labor. You see, we have a lot of with disruption of movement, with curfew and all that. That also affects labor. So those wale watu wa mikono, those people who used to come and dig and all that, or people are traveling from let's say Kiambu or different parts of Limuru, there, places which are not even in the metropolis. So let's look at a place where there's availability of labor. Now with curfews, cessation, all this affects labor as a factor of production. Yeah.
Very interesting insights there, Robert. And just to drift away, let me tell you a story, guys. Yesterday, we were visiting farmers around Kitengela, and we saw many people have planted onions.
Yeah.
So I did an interview with one of the farmers who has planted onions. And he said in the beginning of the year, they planted Dania because Dania was going at 85 shillings
per kg.
Yes, but now the price has dropped. So, Robert, when you talk about that food surplus, how is it affecting farmers? Because at the end of the day, when people will be harvesting, you'll find that all the prices you planted knowing that the
price is a certain price and then it changes.
Yes. So now when people harvest, like in Kitengela, everyone has planted
onions. Yeah.
So how is this affecting the pricing and in food production?
Yeah, if I talk about Kitengela, people will grow, but remember the population of Nairobi cannot be satisfied by just one location of Kitengela. You see, like Nairobi has a big population, and for us, for people to satisfy that demand for onions, you need to have it in surplus. Yeah. So, but if you have surplus, let's talk about eggs, for example. Yeah, everybody is keeping chicken. Every retiree is having chicken and all that. Yeah, and we have in plenty. What happens? It affects the overall prices. You see, and that's why there's a time we were seeing, even though right now it's banned, people are they're doing a boot sale where you put your car and you sell whatever you have from your farm, which unfortunately has been banned.
Oh, really?
But yes,
Why?
The government has seen there's no policy guidelines to people, putting their cars. We need to have, government has to have order and also has to get its tax out of all that.
Very interesting. You've just gotten some news there. What do you say, Joy?
I think that's happening, one, because of course the government is doing its best to ensure the people are safe. And of course, as he's saying about the tax, once you're just beside the road, you have not followed the right measures and the right, what do you call it, process to have you sell in your car.
We also need to know where these products are coming from.
Exactly.
Because when you talk about food safety from farm to fork, we need to be able to know where the produce has come.
Even the handling of food during production up to,
even the quality.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Now let's talk about counties moving towards the issues of relying on products from other counties. What do you say, Robert, when it comes to that subject? Because we have issues where Mombasa has been relying for tomatoes and onions from Kajiado. So now with the cessation, what happens, and how can county governments work towards ensuring that counties don't rely on other counties for food?
Hello.
I think we've lost Robert, but we'll try get a hold of him.
Yeah.
We'll take a short break, but do keep.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
Yes, we're trying to get a hold of Robert.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear.
Okay, we'll just get back to you shortly.
Okay, we'll just get back to Robert, but we'll take a short breather. Do stay with us. We're still taking you home in style and listening to some very cool classic music. Stay with Africa Farmers Farm Drive. So karibuni sana to Farm Evening Farm Drive with me, Jackie Mo, and today I'm joined by one beautiful lady, Joy Zangi, and you're on phone with Robert Mwakio. We are talking about the effects and implications of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
And Joy, probably you could ask Robert again what you were talking about.
Before we lost him, Robert, what you're asking is that there are counties that rely on other counties for certain products. For example, Mombasa relies on, let's say, Kajiado and other counties for tomatoes and onions and all that. So what do you think the government can do to ensure that counties don't rely on each other for food, or how can that issue be handled?
Yeah, we have to first of all realize especially when it comes to agriculture, not all counties are blessed with the same issues like maybe weather or soil or like, for example, Kisumu has a lake and probably Nairobi doesn't. So we have to come up with a policy that allows the government has very good policies to allow inter-county trade, yeah. But now, when it comes to agricultural production, yeah, there's some counties which almost have the same climate, but you realize the counties that are depending on others because more than, and they have the same resources. So at the end of the day, now it all goes back to the county government in terms, especially in the county government agricultural ministry or the Department of Agriculture, where they need to like sensitize farmers on the kind of agricultural production to get into. Also come up with even the government in itself can come up with extension services where we can be able to train farmers in different counties, yeah, and be able to enlighten farmers on type of agricultural activities. For example, like we saw in Mwakio, where they're doing very good avocado farming, yeah. And other counties can come up with their own incentives on talking to their farmers on which kind of agricultural activity can be, good for the economic for empowerment. So it's very important that one county does not take advantage of the other county in terms of agriculture, but they need to work together, probably working together in terms of looking at factors of production, looking at maybe what is missing. Is it labor? Is it the finances? Is it investment on agriculture? So there are different aspects when it comes to this. It's a broad topic. If you discuss, you can talk about it all day.
Yeah, very true. Thank you so much, Robert, for making time. We'll also be looking for you next week to show us a little bit of aquaponic farming and how you're handling it. I hope you'll be stocking your ponds.
Actually, my fish are growing very big.
We need some.
Yeah, you will get some, huh?
Yeah.
Me, I want to be shown how to harvest.
Yeah, and especially people like us who can do it any time of the year. I mean, is it
No season.
cold season, hot season, whichever, my fish will still be there.
I envy you.
Just keep 2 for me. Just 2.
Yeah, we will get to cover the last
Jackie, it's 5.
So thank you so much, Robert, for making time.
Thank you so much, too.
Okay, so you're still listening to the Evening Farm Drive with me, Jackie Mo.
And join Zangi.
So today we're talking about a couple of issues with regards to implications on COVID-19. How has this affected your day-to-day living? Because like right now, you've had the selling of produce has been banned. Now where will we buy our produce from? Because you can't go to the market.
What is important is about what you've said, like what you've talked about lastly, like even as the county government finds how to deal with its own area, also people should know how to handle themselves. And I think the kibandas are still there, but maybe the price will just go a bit higher. And there's something Robert has said, by the way. Right now, we might not see the effects, but after COVID-19, we'll now see the effects of what is happening right now.
Very true.
Exactly.
Very true. So we'll take a short breather, but before we do that, let me educate you on a few things about the healthy foods that you can eat to boost your immunity in the COVID-19.
Wow.
If you eat broccoli.
Absolutely.
So today you're healthy.
Today I'm absolutely healthy.
Yeah, and
It's just
you said
sanitizing
you're
and my mask on and I'm okay.
And then if you take yogurt.
Yogurt.
Yes.
Yogurt.
Yes, it has a lot of nutrients.
Which yogurt? Because nowadays we have 1,000 varieties of yogurt, and I don't think not all. The natural one.
Natural yogurt.
Okay.
It doesn't have any
sugars and chemicals. Yeah.
Then sunflower seeds. There's a story about sunflower I had somewhere.
Now, if you say the story about sunflower, I will say the story about slippers. So let's make a deal.
Joy, you're mad.
You talk about sunflower, I talk about slippers. So let's just keep it low key.
You made me laugh until I cried. My goodness.
Okay. And cowpeas.
There's one about red bell pepper. I doubt it can boost someone's immunity. How much red pepper can you eat?
Actually, I don't eat a lot of pepper. As you can see my size. It doesn't go hand in hand with
someone
pepper.
was telling me if you take pepper, you become slim.
Yes, you become slim if you take it regularly.
I actually thought you eat red pepper, like the Hindus.
Let me tell you, Jackie, one thing I told you. If people were getting fat because of eating, right now I wouldn't be seated in this. I would be in a bigger chair.
So you eat a lot.
Pepper, we are not friends.
Okay. So that's and also garlic.
Garlic, yeah.
The selling of garlic and lemons has increased.
Exactly. Especially lemons.
How do people use them? They sanitize with them, they
garlic.
Them and they eat.
No, you just cook with it. Like today, our meal I had garlic in the paste, especially. Yeah, I'll keep telling you that because you aren't there. Yeah, so garlic is used in many ways. You can cook, you can boil water with it. Actually, they say it heals flu because corona starts with the flu and all that. Garlic is very good for flu. Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll take a short breather. When we come back, we'll be talking with our boss, Noah Naiseli himself, on phone to tell us about the essential services certificate and how you can get a hold of one, you being a farmer registered with Africa Farmers.
Yes, and before the end of the show, just stay tuned. I'll tell you about the slippers.
No way. I'll just beat your mic. Let's take the short break.
Afarmers Media presents COVID-19 protection measures. Wash your hands with soap and water regularly. Avoid touching your eyes, nose or mouth. Use a face mask. Keep the social distance of at least 1.5 meters. Stay at home. Only leave when necessary. If you are experiencing any COVID-19 symptoms, call 719 or dial *719# for more information. This message is brought to you by Afarmers Media. Stay home. Let's flatten the curve.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Noah, can you hear us? Hello. Hello. Okay, we're still trying to get a hold of Noah. Let me just ask our director to
Hello?
Hello, can you hear us?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear us? So, Jackie, as we wait to connect to Mr. Noah, there's a question you asked me and I didn't ask you. You didn't also tell us your weekend plans.
I plans for the weekend.
Yeah.
Just
Considering what happened, please.
I'm always adventurous. Even if I say I'll stay in the house, there's someone who'll just give me a call and tell me, come and let's go shopping. Siji, come, I've seen something.
Yeah.
And then you end up being caught in the curfew.
Yeah. You're just describing my story slowly.
That's another story for another day, my
Yeah.
friend.
But I hope as you go out, you have your mask, you're sanitizing.
Sometimes you forget.
Yeah.
Like
But
slowly coming back to normal.
it's true. Almost, but not yet. If Kagwe hears you say that, I don't know whether we will have you here tomorrow.
Okay, so we're being told we are running out of time. We would love to have continued with this conversation.
Yeah.
We'll try and get Noah Naseli next week Monday to explain to us about the essential services and how you can get a hold of them once you register with the Africa Farmers.
That's nice. I think I'm also a farmer. I'm in that plan. Yes.
What are you planning? To get one service, essential service.
Yeah, to get one essential service so I can just. I'm talking as if I know how to drive and I don't even know how to switch on the engine.
You know.
Yeah, okay, you'll teach me.
You know, don't worry.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, we have to end this show today. We would love to have. We wanted to have a very healthy chit chat, and I know Nzangi here is very good in debating. So, but unfortunately we've run out of time. Coming up shortly, we'll be having Chef Mutani in the kitchen, and I'll also talk to a farmer, the one I was telling you who planted
Onion.
a whole. No, we first planted 2 acres of
Dania. Oh my God, 2 acres. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You should have carried some in a gunia.
No, he's giving them for free now.
Oh wow!
Once you buy onions, he will give them for free.
Because they actually dropped. That was
30 shillings.
Yeah.
Dropped by 50 shillings. That's a loss.
It's a loss.
So, we have to say goodbye. The weekend is here. We need to start rushing home.
Yeah.
And start planning for the weekend. Those ones who have segmented sections.
We need to start. Yeah.
Start implementing the sections.
Yeah.
I'm video host Jackie Mo.
And join Zangi. And don't forget to tune in for Week in Review tomorrow. It's part of my weekend plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So don't forget to tune in from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And sanitize.
And stay safe.
Yeah, we take our temperatures just to make sure we're not hot. Anyways, bye, guys. See you. Have a lovely weekend.
Bye for now.
Okay. So let's end the weekend. Oh